Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustler podcast. I am here at the Business After Hours at the Kanawha County Public Library. And I almost said the Kanawha Valley Public Library. It's not the Kanawha Valley Public Library. It's the Kanawha County Public Library. But you're listening to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. And I'm here with Erin. And Erin, tell me a little bit about what you do.
Sure. I'm the Communications and Events Coordinator for the Charleston Area Alliance, which hosts events like Business After Hours. And we oversee a plethora of community and economic development organizations in the Kanawha Valley.
So speaking of business, I got some business questions for you. Sure. I'd like to get the not the official alliance, feedback on, but just Erin Noon's feedback on. Does that sound good?
I'll do my best.
All right, you can do it. So first and foremost, it is spring, and with spring comes a sense of renewal and growth. How should businesses leverage this season's energy to innovate and create?
I guess it would just be to connect with, different people that you haven't connected with before. For example, we're here at Business After Hours. This is the first time we're hosting a Business After Hours at this kind of venue. It's new and upcoming. So just connecting with those folks in the community who are up and coming. And, if you see a face in the crowd that you haven't connected with before, reach out, introduce yourself, and make those connections because you never know where they can lead.
That's right. You always got to be reaching out to new people all the time. Now, how do you identify and understand your target market? And how do you tailor your offers to meet those specific needs and desires of those people?
Sure. I guess it would just be like strong communication. I'm big on that, and figuring out where people struggle and what they need, and just kind of tailoring and figuring out how you can help leverage their business.
Well, that's a good point. A lot of people think of marketing as a one-way street, like you're just blasting through a megaphone, but it's important to listen too, right?
Absolutely. Listen and see where they're struggling and where the needs can be met. That I think is key.
Absolutely. So tell me, can you discuss the importance of meeting a prospect where they are in their buyer's journey, especially in a diverse and evolving market like the Greater Kanawha Valley?
Sure. The importance of meeting, I think that's what we just kind of really covered, just figuring out what a customer or a prospect needs. And we have a good person over at the Alliance, Victoria Russo. She's our new markets consultant, and she would be able to answer this question better than me because she goes out and really does this whole thing for a living. But the Kanawha Valley is a diverse community, and I think
you do have a lot in the Kanawha Valley. You have a lot of older businesses, traditional businesses, and you have younger people starting new and innovative businesses. And they're not all going to communicate in the same way, right?
Absolutely. They're all going to communicate different. They all have their own way of doing things. And I'm even learning that in my role. There's ways that things have been done in the past, and we could either keep going that route if it works, or we have to kind of switch it up and figure out a different way to reach our audience.
So along those lines, what strategies do you employ to ensure that customers feel delight at every stage of their journey and consider all the unique cultural aspects here in West Virginia?
Sure. What strategies? That's really, I think, like I mentioned before, I think I'm just big on communication and...
Well, what do you use for communication? Do you use social media?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I use social media. We put out a weekly e-blast. We'll go on various media channels like yourself or other radio shows, things like that, to just kind of get the word out, press releases. We go to ribbon cuttings. There really is no limit. It's just what you could do.
You got to find different ways to connect with people, right? If you're just doing one channel, if all you did is post a website and just expect to get that communication, that's probably not going to work.
Yep.
If all you have is a Facebook page, that's probably not going to work. If all you have is an Instagram account, that's probably not going to work. Right. You got to do different things, right?
Absolutely. Got to maneuver through all the different channels, take advantage of all the different ways that you're able to do in everything. I'm struggling.
That's all. You're doing great. You're doing great. So let me ask you this then, as we wrap up here today, how do you embrace continuous learning and improvement, and how do you adapt to this ever-changing and dynamic world that we're in today?
I think you really just have to be flexible. At the end of the day, like you said, things are evolving, and if you just stay on that one path, you're never going to get in the direction you're going. So we just have to be flexible, go with the flow, and and really just adapt.
Or maybe you'll keep going in that direction, but everybody else took a turn a long time ago, right?
Then you lose them. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Right. Erin, as we're wrapping up here, is there anything you'd like to let everybody know about or anything else you'd like to touch on today?
No, I just appreciate you doing what you do in the community. I think it's bringing everyone together, and this is just a really good thing you're doing. So appreciate it.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for listening today. This is Joe Justice, a Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.